Hey everybody, Jared from etrailer.com. Today I want to look at the Hollywood Racks Destination 4 bike rack system here on our 2020 Infiniti QX80. Now, right off the bat, you can see that 4 bikes will fit on this. So if you have a family of 4, up to 4, or if you have 4 friends, you can get to and from the trail with fair ease. I like the idea that it is platform. It is nice that it does connect to your bikes. The only problem that I see with it, it is frame mounted. So you're gonna get your standard bikes, but you're not gonna get those carbon frame bikes with a 35-pound weight capacity. Probably not gonna get your e-bikes on here either. But why don't we go ahead and take a look. So we'll talk about removing the bike in a second, but what I wanna do now is take a look at how these cradles and how they're mounted on here. So we have the cradles here. They're a nice hard plastic. It accommodates tires of 3 inches wide. It has nice straps here. They're nice and hard. Underneath is a hard plastic as well. So what Hollywood Racks did for this bike rack is put this nice rubber section here, and it goes on the bottom and the top, and then you can connect this to your wheels, and that way it's not going to crank too hard on the wheels. When you crank this nice strap down, pushing through here, moving up a little bit closer back here is where the mast is, and this here, these pads, nice rubber on the inside. Again, same as before, there is a nice rubber patch here, so when you do connect it to your frame, it will ratchet down without putting too much stress on those frames. Right through here, it actually will rotate a nice 180 degrees, so this will accommodate for those little bit tricky style frames, but not to worry, it'll accommodate most of those. Now this mast here in position, you can see that's a bit flimsy, which makes it easy to store, but with this latch back here, and if I move that out of the way correctly, I can get it in position where I can tighten this down. And I can move this mast around a little bit. Right, it's going to stay in there nice and secure, and that's how we mount our bike on there, at least how this contacts and holds the frame in place. And on the back, very similar to the front, right, it is a nice hard plastic ratcheting system again with, once again, as you guessed, there's another rubber place back here inside and out that will help out with those wheels. Now that we took a look at those, let's talk about how to dismount your bike from the bike rack itself. What I like to do is take the front here, push this to release that ratcheting system. All right, it's a decent length, so I can go ahead and pull that out of there. It'll accommodate a lot of those bigger wheelbases and fatter tires on here. Move that out of the way. I'm gonna hold on to this frame up here. We'll move that out of the way as well. Shift that over there. And now let's get to the nice fun part here of removing from the frame connection. Again, I want to make sure that I maneuver that through that section there while still holding on to my frame, because I don't want the bike to land and hit my vehicle. Now I could easily just go ahead and set this down, but just to save some time, let's go ahead and pop this over. Maybe if you're a little bit shorter person, a little vertically challenged, you might go ahead and maybe put that mast down first. But with the bike out of the way, we can go ahead and take a little bit closer look at these cradles. Now, this cradle in the front here, again, as we talked about, it is a hard plastic wheelbase through here. Those nice straps connect to your thing. Here's the mast itself, nice and strong. I like the way that it helps hold those bikes in place. Let's go ahead and twist this around and release this towards the front. That latch, put that out of the way. Fold the mast down. Now, both of these sides are pretty decent. I like to take it from the inside to secure that mast down again. That is going to help us secure. So when we do try to change the way that this is in place, we can go ahead and make sure everything's nice and secure, not going to hit our vehicle. So let's go ahead and take some measurements of the bike rack in this configuration. Even though we are driving an Infiniti, it's a nice sized vehicle. This bike rack, accommodating for 4 bikes, is going to add a decent amount of length to the back of your vehicle. So if I measure from the bumper to the end of the bike rack, I can see it adds about 40 inches to the back of it, which is a pretty substantial amount. So you want to be careful of that when you're trying to back into a space or moving with it, with the bikes on, of course. Might as well get some clearances while we're here, because as you go up a steep incline, perhaps a hill or maybe a driveway, you're going to have to see, hopefully, that as the wheels go up, okay, your back section is going to go down, hopefully not touch the ground below you. So let's check the section here. From these nice light reflectors back here to the ground is going to be 33 inches. And from the corners of the bike rack, the lowest point in the back end here, it's going to be 28.5 inches on this side. And let's just check this for continuity. It's going to be 28.5 inches on this side as well. It does, again, as I said, add a lot of length to the back of your vehicle. So luckily, we can put this into a more compact method and way. So if I pull this pin here, I can pull it out. And on the back side here, there's a twist handle. And I can twist that around. And as I twist it, I can pull that out. And there's this nice little secure cable here, which will allow it, so if it is dark out, nighttime, whatnot, it's not going to drop if I mishandle it. And you can push this up and get it out of the way. And then we can go ahead and re-secure that by twisting it on through here. And pushing that pin in. It's secured in the spot, and that's kind of nice, right? So let's see how much room we actually saved. Right now it appears that we gained a significant amount of clearance. So the back of this bike rack from the bumper is approximately 13.5 inches now. And if we look at how close it is now to the vehicle, we can see that the bumper to the front post here is about 5.5 inches. As you can see, the shank here is actually at a 3 3/4 rise. It is a 2-inch shank, and it connects to our 2-inch hitch receiver. It's held on here nice and securely by this anti-rattle bolt. And also, it's got a nice lock over here with 2 keys connected to it. That's gonna stop anybody from coming up and actually taking your bike rack itself. And as you can tell, since it is anti-rattle bolt, it's going to go ahead and shake this vehicle nice without shaking and messing up any of your bikes. Some final thoughts on this bike rack. I really like the idea that it does accommodate 4 bikes, up to 4 bikes. You can use it for your 4-person family, or if you have 4 friends, it gets you to and from the trail. Now, one thing I do like to add here is I don't like the idea that I can't get to the inside my vehicle if the bike's on and mounted. However, if you take that bike off, as you can see, it does accommodate for your vehicle to open.
This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then, onto our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or even uneven pavement.
All right, and that was a look at our Hollywood Racks Destination 4 bike rack system here on our 2020 Infiniti QX80. I'm Jared with eTrailer. Have a good one.